You say there's only 3 more, but there's also only 3 more enemies.
Okay.
Oh, I did not want to have to read you all
Me
that.
neither.
Like, statistically, that was fine, but also, holy shit, that was scary. You should probably have her go where the top cab is that Noah is.
Yeah, I need to back off a little bit. I've kind of been
Like, I think that 2 tile was better. That 2 tile was better because you just like are.
Oh my gosh.
If you're in the 2 tile, she's only hitting 2. She's only getting hit by 3 people.
Yes. You double this guy? You don't. That's all it took. Strength!
Holy mackerel.
Look how bad this unit is. He's level 12.
Jacob, so here's the thing, right? So, look at him.
Uh-huh.
If you flip his strength, skill, speed upside down, you get 766, which is backwards for 776.
It's pretty close. We'll take it. It's his 1 dub over Shin at the moment.
This is like, I don't know if you were, like, an adult for this, but, like, 5 or 10 years ago, this really shitty horror movie came out called, like, The Number 21 that used, like, the most bonkers backwards math logic ever to be like, 666 isn't the number of the devil, 21 is, because 6 plus 6 plus 6 equals 18. But then you add 3 because the Bible turned upside down turns into a 3, and they didn't have 3s back then in those days, so really the real 666 is 21.
That is quite the leap in logic.
Oh no, I think it was you turn it upside... No. Okay, it's 666, but everything from the devil is inverted. So it's actually 999 because it's from the devil, so it's inverted in our world as 666. So it's actually 999. And then 9 plus 9 plus 9 is 27. And the evil number was 27. And the movie was called The Number 27. And all I saw was the ads, and I'm like, this is the stupidest thing in the fucking world. I gotta Google that, make sure I'm remembering it right. The number...
That sounds like quite the...
27. Yeah, it's called The Number 27.
I'm just gonna make sure I put, like...
Because I remember the explanation. Yeah, The Number 27, the movie. Oh my god, the poster is some dude with the... No, it's the number... Why is it the number 23? Wait, what's the logic for the number 23? Because I thought it was 27. Oh wow, this was a Jim Carrey movie. That's fucking weird.
Look at her go.
On his birthday, his wife gets killed, and we find 23 written in her blood.
Ooh.
Oh, it's because 666. 6 is 2 times 3. What the fuck?
This sounds very interesting. And also,
Were there just 2 different number-based movies? Or was I misremembering? I don't know. Apparently, according to the IMDb trivia page, Jim Carrey was obsessed with the number 23, which is why he made this movie. Like IRL.
I'll believe it. Okay, I saw one of these pirates go down instead of up towards these guys, so I'm afraid he's gonna run towards this bridge.
He goes up from the bridge, and then he'll kill Roy. So you want someone to guard that bridge that Roy's on.
Unironically, Roy's not too bad at blocking against, like, steel axes, especially if it's only 1.
Well, you should use the Hero Crest on Roy!
Go ahead and promote him into a, what is it, a Night Lord or something in Project Ember?
Oh, yeah, he turns into an Elliewood. He turns into the promoted Elliewood. Can we talk about the promoted Elliewood and how everyone says, like, it's basically just a worse version of a Paladin? It's a Cavalier. He promotes into a Tier 1 class. It's the 7-move horse unit with swords and lances. That is a Cavalier. Stop pretending it is almost as good as a Paladin. It's a fucking unpromoted Cavalier.
And I'll still take him over Isadora.
Would you?
Probably.
I might be Isadora's biggest hater, but I think Elliewood is worse than her. So maybe I'm not Isadora's biggest hater.
I am not an Isadora enjoyer.
I'm not either.
For a while there, I tried to be like, oh yeah, see, she's not that bad. See, guys, see, look, she's... And then I actually tried to use her in 2 or 3 runs in a row, and I eventually came to the conclusion of, wow, I hate using this unit.
She's a filler unit in a game where you have 8 fucking deployment slots per map, and more than 8 non-filler units.
And you get 8 units that instantly replace her over the course of the next 7 maps.
Well, and not only that, but like you already have Marcus. You already have Marcus. You already have or you get Heath in that map. You'll get Hawkeye coming up. Like I think that deployment is super tight. And
yeah.
She just finds you got a dancer previously as well. Like, and a lot of those 8 maps you also just auto deploy Lugh. Because like either desert item or treasure chest or stealable. So it's like your deployment slots are actually really grossly limited. You don't have room for a filler unit. I do think that like because I think the previous narrative around Isadora was that like she's worse than the other cabs if you train them, but at least she comes for free, and that's why she's good, right?
Yeah, it was, you know, you only have 1 Knight's Crest by that point. It's a pretty contested promo item, so, oh, you know, she doesn't need a Knight's Crest, and she's already a Paladin.
I think, like, a bit of the class-by-class comparison thing, though, because, like,
yeah.
I do think she's actually better than the other Paladins, other than Marcus. Like, I think Marcus is the only Paladin who's better than her. At 21, which you're probably not getting to, she's statistically better in almost every area than Lowen, who is the one who's most likely to get the Knight's Crest just because he's available. But she's also better than Sane and Kent in almost every area. I think the big thing is, like, Lowen is bulkier than her, but, like, he has less speed and strength than her, even accounting for her shit con.
I was going to say, do we loop back around and talk about build again? Because how much...
She has 6. She's weighed down by Iron Lance. This is pathetic.
And Lowen has 12 after promotion? I know he has 10 before promo. I think we can bait this guy with Astor. Also, the antitoxin guys are gone, so that's upsetting.
But yeah, I think that she's generally better. Well, I mean, Lowen is better than her as a unit, but that's because of what he does in the early game. But
he's
I think
around
at the
whenever
time
you need him.
she joins, she justifies her deployment more than Lowen does, even if you've hyper-trained Lowen. It's the foot unit she needs to watch out for.
Yes.
Because there's so few slots, and there's a lot of strong foot units and flyers. Like, you get Middle Peg, who I can never remember the FE7 Peg's names, but you get Middle Peg shortly before her. You get Heath in the same map.
Oh my gosh, she went to the fort to heal.
Canas and Raven and Hawkeye. I know Wrath is a unit a lot of people like. Geets is very good if you get him.
Yeah, I like Wrath. He's obviously not as good as an FE6 Nomad because you have less of a need of a bow unit because it's all enemy phase, but he kind of also has free reign over the Brave Bow.
It's Geets Erasure.
Oh, that's so true. I forgot. Wow, Geets has B bows.
Yeah, Geets has B axes and bows. And you just got the Brave Axe and Brave Bow. Well, I guess you got the Brave Bow earlier, but you didn't use it, because lol, Rebecca moment. Lol, Will moment.
Pew. I can't believe Walt's not doubling a halberd guy. What is this?
I mean... Does he need to? He's being a good Jagan. He's setting up for Shin. The real training project. Can we look at their stats in comparison and remember that Shin is like 4 levels lower than him?
Yes, and I just got this for free.
In every regard.
Like, I just got this for free. I've had to work for this, and this is free.
Also, Shin's on a horse.
Yeah, he also has this going for him. They even have like the same build, so one of them doesn't even have that argument over the other.
And the low build could be argued to be a benefit for Shin because he's not using that many heavy weapons anyway.
Oh, that's true.
And so it just makes his aid formula better. So, like, in every conceivable way, Shin is better than Wolt. All Wolt has going for him is chapters 1 through 5, and, like, you could argue 7. It's so funny when people talk about, like, Dorothy being better than Wolt because she performs better in chapter 7. Because, like, yes, she does, but it is still, like, a coin flip to deal 1/3 damage to the Wyverns.
Have you looked at their bases side by side?
She has, like, 1 more point of strength than him, right?
It's barely anything. She almost has nothing on him.
I don't think Wolt's getting more than 1 level over the course of 5 maps. Like, he's contributing in all 5 of them. I don't think it's always chipped. That's the problem the fucking early game archers run into in GBA, is even when they're useful...
Get strength!
Even when they're useful, all they're doing is providing chips so they don't get experience.
Because
Which
they're
is,
the
like,
ones
tragic.
They're the ones chipping so your other units don't have to eat the counters. Zzz.
Oh, imagine if they had to deal with Berwick Saga experience. In
Oh,
Berwick
I've heard
Saga,
about
you
that.
only get experience for kills.
Which is so interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, building units in Berwick is a really unique thing, because, like, in addition to wanting to feed people kills so they can level up, it's very analogous to 3 houses. The majority of your units are mercenaries, and each chapter is a month, right? Just like 3 houses, each chapter is a month, and you actually, again, just like 3 houses, engage in multiple battles per chapter.
Interesting.
And you hire mercenaries, you contract them for a month, so it'll be like, you know, there's a formula based on their level and how good of a unit they are, for how much you're paying for them, right?
Oh, that's cool.
So, like, say you're like, there's a really strong Myrmidon who you want, and he, like, contracts out for, like, 1,700 gold. You pay for him, you get him for the entire month. If the month has, like, 3 missions in it, you can deploy him for all of them. In that time, in between each mission, you can do things like, instead of at a school, you're just in a town, right? So you can do things like go to... Oh, nice.
Nice crit.
It's because you turned off animations. You should keep
Exactly.
them off. People will crit now.
I
Actually, turn them on enemy phase so the enemies don't crit.
Oh, that's a really good idea. I do plan on leaving them off for a bit, though, because we've been here for so long watching miss animations and I'm kind of tired of it.
No, I agree. I'm surprised you had them on for that long, honestly.
I was scared of people dying, but now that they're all kind of lined up like this, there's less fear of them dying.
But yeah, like, in between, you can go to different aspects of the town, and sometimes doing things in town is a way towards permanently recruiting mercenaries. Because mercenaries tend to, like, each one has a different fucking recruitment condition for getting them permanently. Which you kind of just have to look up online because it's never told to you. But often a common ground is getting them to a specific level and or promotion, and getting them to a certain happiness level. And you build happiness by doing things like hiring them, deploying them on maps, buying them food in the restaurant in town. You can also go around town and talk to the people in town to get missions, which is how you get, like, your side missions, which is how there's more than one per map, because most chapters only have, like, one main mission. He got strength! He got strength!
He's so good! This unit's so good.
Yeah.
I can't wait to field him to promote him from the die.
But yeah, Berwick's really good.
It sounds interesting. It sounds like that if you want to play it, you can't go into it with the mindset of, oh, this will be like Fire Emblem, but...
Oh, it's not like Fire Emblem at all.
Yeah.
Like, it's a hex grid, for starters.
You have to go into it with a completely different mindset, which is pretty cool, honestly.
If you like strategy RPGs in general, I think it's worth checking out. I will say, Serenus Forest has some resources on it. I would consult those, because there's some stuff, especially in regards to like recruitment and stuff. I'm Mrs. Don't use the guide. I'm looking specifically at the mercenary recruitment guides, and also what food people like, because that's never told to you.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
I only purchase food people like, as opposed to food they dislike. Would you still benefit from food they dislike, but like you benefit more from liked food, right?
Yes.
So that's what I'm using. I'm not using any other guides. I might kick myself for it, like I did in Tearing Saga for not using other guides. But I think in general, like, look at the resources here it is, because there's some obscure stuff. But also, it's really good if you like SRPGs that are not Fire Emblem. If you only like Fire Emblem, and you've tried other SRPGs and you don't like it, like it's so different combat system wise. Like, I mean, just like the very basics. You're not going to counter. Well, so you will, but so how it works, right? Is in a round of combat, with some exceptions, unless a skill causes an exception, once someone takes damage, the round of combat is over. You also can only double if you, again, with some exceptions based on skills, you can only double if the enemy is capable of countering. So, like, say you have a Swordmaster who's fast enough to double the enemy Brigand, right? If he attacks and misses on his first hit, then the Brigand has a chance to counterattack. And if the Brigand misses on his hit, then the Swordmaster has a chance to counter. But if the Swordmaster hits, the Brigand never gets to counter. And if the Brigand hits, the Swordmaster doesn't get to double. So, like, as soon as someone hits, the combat ends. It's, I mean, I guess silly in like a... It leads to a lot more interesting, like, engagements
scenarios
and stuff, right?
Especially since it means you can play pretty offensively. Because, just hit.
Can.
You don't get countered. But then if you miss, you're like, oh gosh, now I get countered.
Hit rates are very low.
Oh, I remember you mentioning that too. That hit rates are pretty...
It's like old Fire Emblem where weapon level is a stat as opposed to like a rank, right? So like if you ever played FE1, 2, or 3, you know that like when you level up, or Tearing Saga, if you level up, you have like a chance-based % to gain weapon level, and that's how your weapon ranks are determined. As opposed to in modern Fire Emblem where it's like every time I attack with a bow, I gain bow rank. I said 1, 2, and 3. It's 1, 3, and that's it.
Yes.
So like, it goes off of that, where when you attack, or when you level up, you have a chance to gain weapon rank. But also, when you attack, even if you miss, each attack, you have a chance to gain weapon rank. And your weapon rank is the primary factor for determining accuracy. So
just the more you swing, the higher your hit rate slowly becomes.
Yes.
That's interesting.
Well, I say the primary hit... It's the primary way of raising your accuracy. There's, other things that affect it. Like, I think weapons have inherent hit. I might be wrong about that. It's been, like, a couple of days since I've touched Berwick. It's got some really cool stuff. If you hate Fog of War, Berwick has Fog of War that is two-way. The enemy cannot attack you if they can't see you in Fog of War. So if you hate Fog of War and think it's unfair bullshit that the enemy can attack you, Berwick has two-way Fog of War where you can surprise the enemy.
I think that's pretty neat.
And then there's like thieves can hide in forests, but like that works for both sides too. And because it's a hex-based system, if you run past someone in an adjacent hex who's hidden either from Fog of War or like being a thief in a forest or whatever, they can ambush you, and they get, like, an opportunity attack to attack you, right?
Well, that's actually really cool.
But you can do it with your thieves or units in Fog of War, too.
It's fair.
So it works both ways. She's just getting speed. She's not gotten strength.
She is not getting a single point of strength, and I am very upset right now.
Look, she's just gonna double everything.
Also, I think we're at a pretty good time to do it. We want to see.
Are we hero cresting?
We'll spin first because that's what I did with the Knight's Crest last map too. Because I think
Oh,
promo
true,
items,
true.
promo items are just too important.
Yeah, too valuable to throw away on the turn you use, or on the map you use them.
Also, I think I sold 10 antitoxins altogether, so it's 2,250 gold I just got from that. So we take those.
Nice. Nice.
Is there anything else I want to sell? Like any low use things I want to get rid of? I want to get rid of that. Because I hate having low use weapons. I kind of want to get rid of that. We won't sell that. Actually, I don't think you can sell the rapier. I guess I should have bought stuff while I was in there. Oh, well, we'll watch this enemy phase, and then we'll see who gets it. Oh, a mercenary.
I mean, he's not that scary, all on his lonesome. I think the
Yeah.
reason the mercs were scary before is they were surrounded by axe fighters.
Yes.
And, like, a merc's not going to one-round your units, but a merc plus an axe fighter just might. So, you
The
know,
wheel pulled
there is
up.
that.
Change window so you can see. There it is. Oh, I guess you'll
I
be seeing.
cannot see.
I
I
guess you'll
can
be
see.
seeing. I guess you'll be seeing OBS instead because it wouldn't let me choose the Chrome tab. Oh well.
All right.
Here we go.
Spin the wheel!
Oh.
No! No! I mean, like,
He did his job.
he did his job. And then there was one Cavalier. Well, two, I guess, if you count. Well, no, there's three. Percival, Zealot, and
Yeah,
Marcus
we
still exists.
still have Percival coming up. Change the window back for you too.
That reminds me, are you just not using a dancer for, like, a significant portion of the game?
Nope, we're not.
Like, I was
She's-
shitting on the Ninian and Nils availability, but,
She
you
is.
don't deploy Larum prior to Percy.
I guess I gotta dump his stuff in the convoy first, but I'm actually really
Yeah.
upset. I really like Noah. Let's see, how do you do against this guy? Oh my gosh. It's not the worst thing in the world, but we'll bait him here. I guess we can, like, build you two a support or something. This does mean I'm probably just gonna Hero Crest Wrecker first. And then just
I mean,
leave him
like,
on the
he's got better stats right now.
Yeah, easily.
And
Well,
you can just give Fear, like, you know, she's not like she's not going to be useful unpromoted.
she'll be
And
useful
she can
in
just
some
sort of try to train
instances.
and be the dude.
So I think we'll leave this last pirate for her, and I'll start walking Rucker up to be the boss killer. Oh, I kind of want to give you, like, a little bit more just to get one more level up. Well, I deployed you so you could be wheel fodder, and you didn't, so what a bad unit.
Tragic.
It was one tile away, too. Wendy was right next to Noah.
I mean, here's the thing, is that we still have the triangle attack now, so I'm happy about that.
We do. I can still do a triangle attack if I need one.
Doodle-doo.
Oh my gosh, he's level 17. He has more strength than Fear now. And then
I
we back up.
mean, can we give him the hero's crest and turn him into an assassin? Or a rogue? Rogues are so much cooler than assassins.
If I could promote him into Rogue with that Hero's Crest, I would genuinely consider it, because look at this. That'd be so cool. That'd be so hype.
I mean, Project Ember, all I'm saying. I do think that, like, Project Ember is good. I don't think it's a replacement for Fire Emblem 6. I think that they are games that are aiming to do different things.
Yes.
And I think that Project Ember is, because it sort of gets the reputation of, like, oh, it's Fire Emblem 6 for people who hate Fire Emblem 6. I don't think so. I think it's like a love letter to Fire Emblem 6. Like, that's why they did it in the 6 engine instead of, like, the 8 engine, which most people use.
It's an attempt to, like, make the game more approachable, especially to people who aren't a big fan of the game.
I think that's how it started. I feel like it's its own beast now, though.
Yeah, it's kind
Like,
of its own thing now.
2-3 range bows, tons of personal weapons, that make people really distinct from each other. And then, like, even when it's not a personal weapon, like, the white wings, or they're not white wings, but, like, the pegs all get to use the wing spear.
Oh, that's true. I
Because
forgot
that's
about wing
Shanna, Tate, and Juno can all use wing spear. So it's not like a PRF, but it is like a class locked. I guess like the Shamshir, right?
It's a Pegasus weapon.
Yeah, it's class locked weapon, yeah. So like, it is in many ways its own beast now. And not, I don't say that as a bad thing. Like I don't think it's bad that it is a different game than Fire Emblem 6, built on the foundation of Fire Emblem 6.
I think we're done selling stuff. So I need to buy... I have some iron swords. I have plenty of lances. Oh my gosh, I have too many iron lances. Plenty of javelins. Probably get a handbags or two. So I need iron swords.
Especially if you're doing warrior lot.
I also need to buy some bows. Wait, I don't think they sell every weapon type here.
Do they? They don't sell.
They
bows.
do sell
Yeah,
hammers.
They don't sell bows.
So, so hear me out though. I'm getting walled by armors hard. I know it's
45
bad
hit, Jacob. 45 hit.
I want some of that. I want one
Like
of
just
that.
if you really care about armors, grab an iron blade.
That's 8 might versus armors. That's so yucky. Let's pick up.
Okay, but Rutger can use the iron blade.
Oh, that's true. Oh well, too late.
Like the might is definitely the might only matters if it's being used on a unit who can actually hit it, right? Like Lot is Lot gonna do more damage with a hammer even if he hits?
Clearly not.
Oh my
gosh.
He will probably, but like he's not gonna fucking hit is the thing. Like look at him.
And
That's with an actual. That's with an axe that has an actual hit stat.
Woo! Armors are slower, and he'll get 10 hit from triangle though. Plus, he just got skill. Look at that level up. Look at this guy.
I lost, but you should have gotten blades. Like Rutger's killing the armors better than he is. I guess Marcus.
Even if
with
I
the
did,
hammer.
yeah, it also
No.
means Marcus can use hammer.
I don't know. When's your next armor slayer?
I didn't think there was, because OJ's the second one.
Well, but like, can you not get him from a shop somewhere?
I think. Could I have bought them in this shop?
I don't think they
Where's the
were in
armor
this
slayer?
shop.
No, because otherwise people would
Yeah.
talk about it.
Like, they must be available
Also-
somewhere, though, right?
Between the two, I would probably just buy steel swords over blades.
No, that's true.
It weighs Rucker down by 2 less, and it's like, just a little better. What do I want as far as like heal stabs go? I definitely want to buy like 2 more heals. Oh, Lillian is holding on my books. That's why it looks like I have no fire tomes. So I definitely want 2 of those. I don't want to splurge on men yet until I have the silver card. I definitely want at least one of those for the desert coming up.
So in the Binding Blade, you get one in the Chapter 2 village, one on Ogier, and then you can purchase them in Chapters 21 and 23?
Yeah, you can buy them in 23, where there's no more armors.
I mean, the hit rate, I guess.
I mean, yeah, it's just more accurate steel sword at that point. Oh my gosh, why did it give you so much damage?
21, there are some armors in 22, so 21
Yeah.
is relevant.
I mean, there's even Murdoch in Chapter 21. Like, even just getting one to hit Murdoch with it would be nice.
What do you mean? You don't use the hammer triangle attack on Murdoch?
That's why I bought the hammer.
Totally. I'm just confused as to why, like, oh, you go Ilya route, so you use the shitty triangle attack that uses Juno.
Teehee.
Armor Slayer Juno. I understand now.
Are there still more enemies
Actually,
down here?
Shanna's still alive, right?
Yes.
We could Armor Slayer Juno.
I mean, I could.
I'm pretty sure she has the rank for it, right?
She has E
Like,
swords at
D rank.
base.
She has fucking E?
She has
This
E
unit is
swords of
atrocious!
base.
I knew she was bad, but holy shit, I just assumed she must have fucking D!
Nope. It's
She
even funnier
joins in
'cause-
chapter fucking 20!
It's even funnier because she's holding a sword in her official art. But she has E swords and A lances.
She's holding a fucking slim sword. Also, can we take a moment to... Oh.
There's still more enemies in this map.
I was going to say, can we take a moment to appreciate that this boss is, this boss is just one of the brigand twins from the desert?
Yup. Oh, and I think 12X also uses this portrait.
I love the brigand twins, and I am eternally thankful to this game for giving us them, as like a recurring trend in Fire Emblem.
Yes, they're funny.
However, I think it's funny and also sad that the brigand twins, like are just generic portraits.
Yeah. Okay, so now the other question. Which village do we get? Because we have Rutger, so he's getting the hero crest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably... I really want to give it to Lugh. You have no idea, but he's not really doing well.
I mean, how valuable is the killer bow versus just the items? What items do you get from lots of villages?
I think you get an extra speed wing.
Let me look it up. Let me look it up real quick.
Because I think that's one of the best parts about going that route is you get a third speed wing.
Okay, so Binding Blade 12B, right? It would be,
yes.
or no, 11B.
It would be B. I don't know what. I don't remember which number.
12B. It's 12B. No, it's 10B. Fuck, I'm so bad at this.
We'll get there.
Previous 10B. Okay. Oh, you get a Worm Slayer. Oh wait, no. I was reading wrong. You get an elixir. Elixir and a door key if you go without them. But if you go Warden Rot, you get a Sword Reaver and a Speed Wing.
Yes.
Those are both pretty fucking good.
Yeah, the Sword Reaver,
especially the Speed Wing, obviously.
The Sword Reaver isn't as amazing as it sounds because it doesn't double weapon triangle bonuses. So you're still sucking versus mercenaries. I remember using one on Lot.
But Echidna appreciates it.
Yeah. That actually took me a second. I almost responded to that genuinely. You almost got me with that one.
Yeah, it gives her full triangle. It doesn't double in this game though. I didn't realize that. I thought it did. Is that an FE7 original?
That's an FE7 thing that it started. It doesn't double weapon triangle bonuses.
I begrudgingly accept that FE7 actually did something good.
Yeah, doubling the weapon triangle bonus is really good. I think I'm going killer bow. I really want that killer bow. And
understandable.
You're
basically saying whether you want, like, it's a lot of things lumped together, right? Because it's killer bow versus Speedwing, but also Bartray versus Echidna, and also level 10 Gonzo versus easier chapters.
Yeah. So the
you're
left
also
one is killer bow.
more likely to have a full Brave Axe with Geese being the green unit.
True.
Barter, it's almost impossible to get to him
before he breaks most of it.
Mm-hmm.
The left village is killer bow, right?
Yeah, left is killer bow, and that's also the Echidna route. It's understandable. It's understandable.
I really did partially want to go to barter route just to get barter for you, but I don't know. This killer bow is so nice, especially because, especially since Wolt's probably getting fielded until he dies.
No, I get it. And like you're getting Klein soon. You just got Shin. Like it's not like Wolt is the only person to use the killer bow.
I'm more or less worried to
it's a good weapon. It's a good weapon.
It is.
And there's good units to use it.
Oh my gosh. I should have kept the Slim Lance and just put it on him, just so he would have higher hit or whatever.
You could have him equip the. You could have him equip the Killer Axe. I know you don't want the Killer Axe on afterwards, but like just send Noah in front, have him kill with the Killer Axe. It's more accurate, and then you can use Shin to bait the hand axe.
Yeah, I'm more or less scared because 29 crit hand axe. Oof, I did my best.
Yeah, I mean like so. Crit bonus Zerker is never fun.
Oh my gosh, that is so disgusting. So
I mean, the odds are stacked against him, but he could just fucking one-shot him.
So I know I've consulted with you about this in the past, but this is a problematic boss fight, correct? With no.
Yeah, no, I don't like it. I think it's a bad design. This is why I think like Iron Ruin is so good because you can then just give people killer weapons.
We're save stating then.
Understandable. In my 0% FE7, I save stated the whatchamacallit.
If there was a way to
the
mitigate...
pirate ship, you know the dude in the pirate ship?
Lunar
guy?
Yeah,
What's this called?
I did in my run too. In my run I did on my channel, I also save stated that.
Yeah. I just think like
bosses with crit that you can't mitigate or get rid of is like
also it's not just the crit, because like if he had crit but his strength was not high enough that a crit kills the majority of your units that are able to face him.
That's also true.
Because like does a crit kill Marcus? It might not. But like if Marcus is literally the only person who can fight the boss.
I actually think a crit does kill Marcus. I think I ran into that issue in my last playthrough.
Like, just having an Iron Ruin solves this problem.
If you had
like one of the most fun bosses, that I've fought in any GBA Fire Emblem, it's from a ROM hack, but there's a Swordmaster boss in Vision Quest, right? You have to fight him on 2 separate maps, and he's moving on both of them. But you have an Iron Ruin. And so it becomes a fun game of past the Iron Ruin, like do a trade chain, because he's got 1-2 range, he's got like a magical sword, right? And he's got like 30 to 40 crit, and crit will one-shot most of your people. So it becomes a very fun game of pass the Iron Ruin around to everyone who needs to attack him, so that no one is facing crit chance.
That makes sense. That actually does sound pretty fun, actually.
I looked away for 2 seconds, and you made the correct choice.
Let's go! 11 strength after promo.
I've been baiting you so hard. Wait, are we? Did we get the killer bow for him?
I got the killer bow for him. I'm gonna start building this bow rank.
You jebaited me. I thought you weren't going to his house because you were benching him. You jebaited me so hard.
But hey, Lot deserves the right to a hero's crest.
You heard it here, folks. You heard it here first, folks. Casual Jacob believes that Lot deserves human rights. More at 11.
Thank you. I'm so happy we could end this on a good segment.
Oh my god. I looked away for a second. I forget what I was looking away for as well. My brain has fallen apart.
I was just smiling and nodding the whole time, just hoping you weren't paying attention. Goodbye, guys.